Hello and welcome, everybody. I would just like to start out by saying obviously there are going to be spoilers in this discussion because we will be discussing the leaked storyboards, and it does seem like these storyboards are legitimate. So let's dive into the first one. So, this is the thing that I'll talk about first, and to be honest, I most want to talk about. Connie and Bobby apparently still being together. I say apparently because, like I said, I don't think any of this is officially confirmed yet. And I'll still be honest, I don't think it is the best move to have them still together. I think they'll lose a lot of opportunities with like potential story plots and such. But I do have to say, as far as pleasing the audience, that's the right move, I guess, to keep them together. Because I feel like the majority of people want them to still to be together. And like I've mentioned in the past, I really want them to be together. I just don't think it's necessarily the best idea for them to be together for multiple reasons. But that's besides the point. It appears they're together here. Connie is in Bobby's bed, and yeah, that appears to be her. There's other pictures I'll show you in a minute. Hank is over there looking pretty upset. Let me get another angle. Yeah, that does look like an aged up Connie. And it looks like Bobby's looking over her like a little bit, almost grinning a little bit. Connie, I guess, kind of looks embarrassed, but not as embarrassed as I would expect for that situation. But yeah, I think that's an aged up Connie. So she should and does look like a mix between Connie and Min. And she's even started to develop that nose that Min has. I guess that's just a nose that their family develop as they get older. And this picture, I just couldn't help resist but throwing this picture in there. I just saw it on Google as I was googling pictures of Min. I guess this is her. I don't even remember which episode this is from. If you know the episode, just let me know because I'd love to rewatch it. And just a really quick addition onto that, I guess this might be the same scene or the same kind of deal. That looks like Min looking in, scolding them as well. Um, yeah, I'll be interested to see how Min feels about Connie and Bobby. I've heard that Khan is not happy about it, as you might expect. Min is still looking good as always. I mean, it's only been what, like 15 years. That's a long time, 15 years. Um, anyways, I'm getting off topic. Connie almost looks like she's starting to look old, and Bobby's not looking that good either. Why am I being so mean to them? I don't know. Maybe it's because they're not kids anymore. I don't feel bad being mean to about them. I don't know. Not even like they're real people. Anyways, call me cynical or whatever. For some, Hank has a new dog and he doesn't like it. For some reason, that doesn't. I don't know, it doesn't interest me that much, and it definitely doesn't surprise me. He loved Ladybird so much. I feel like anything after Ladybird would be a letdown. And for some reason, he got a small little yappy dog. He's definitely not gonna like it. I guess that's gonna be part of his character development, though. He's becoming more open and more open-minded in his old age and becoming soft, but in a good way, soft in a good way. That's definitely got to be part of his character development, I would assume. Just tacking on to that scene, or that point rather, I'm pretty sure this is Hank as it's been described as he's watching a sci-fi show, and at first he's very dismissive of it, but then he starts to enjoy it, I guess. Again, I'm almost positive one of the themes of this new few series, excuse me, this new few seasons, this new group of seasons, whatever, is going to be Hank becoming more open-minded and more, I don't know, enjoying stuff, being a little less uptight. I think that's going to be his character development. So this might be interesting, or this might be depressing, one or the other. I think I think a big part of the new few seasons, group of seasons, is going to be Peggy dealing with anxiety and maybe depression. Um, I mean, it would make sense, kind of given her life, and that's just what I've been reading. Asking for like kind of anxiety medications and that kind of deal. Like I said, it could be interesting. It could definitely be a way they grow as a family to kind of help her with that. But it could also be kind of depressing to watch, to be honest. They could do a lot of actual good as far as like bringing mental issues to light. They could. I don't know. I'm very curious how they're gonna do that. All right, and I'm gonna wrap it up with this one. Me being a cynical jerk about this. Khan and Min's seemingly failed relationship. They're either divorced or separated or something. I'm like I said, I'm gonna be a cynical jerk. I would have probably enjoyed that in a weird, and I can't emphasize weird enough, in a weird way, in the original group of episodes, group of seasons, when they were both young, um, when I was a young viewer as well. But now that they're old and I'm older than I was, at least, I just that doesn't it doesn't in, I don't know, it doesn't excite me at all. It kind of like depresses me a little bit. I mean, if they're happy or separated, then great. But just failed relationship is not like a happy, fun thing, obviously. And again, if they're happy or separated, great. And I guess, to be honest, that will open up a lot of new avenues for new story plots and such. But it just, I'm not super excited about it, to be honest. Okay, so those are the storyboards that have been leaked so far, and those are just kind of my thoughts on them. Thank you for watching, everybody.